You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus.
Hey.
That's Jessica. How we feeling, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm feeling excellent.
Pretty good. I got to take a nap today.
Nice. I got a good nap in myself today. Siestas are always good. Nice. Get a good 45 minutes in, recharge you for the rest of the day.
Necessary.
You know?
Yeah. Not I didn't get one, but I'm drinking tea right now. So
naps are underrated. We've been groomed. True. It's like a bad look when you're tired. I have learned that I thrive. I function way better when I have sleep. So when I feel like I need to go to sleep, go the fuck to sleep and no longer feel guilty about it. I was asleep.
That is fair.
My body shuts me down. You're going to go to sleep right now.
I dig it. All right. So you guys want to talk about something that has been going a little viral on the internet as of late. It is from...
There's so many things.
Yeah, but this one's good though, because I have so many questions about this. After I read this to you guys, I just want to know about your own personal experiences if you've ever dealt with this as a couple. But pretty much this family was on a relaxing vacation in Miami, and it was a wife and a husband and their kid, right? And so the son and the kid, or the dad, excuse me, and the kid are building a sandcastle. So they go down to, where the wet sand is, because, you need a wet sand to build a castle. This woman walks up to the dad and the son and just starts talking to him. She's like in a bikini, people are out on the beach. And the lady is pretty much like, oh, hey, like, is this your son? Yeah. Oh, how old's your son? Oh, great. Blah, blah, blah. So they're just having like small talk, like nothing crazy. And so then the husband goes back up where the wife is and stuff, and the wife pretty much like goes off on him and is pretty much upset because she's like, who is this woman that you're talking to down here on the beach who's dressed in this little skimpy bikini in front of our kid, blah, 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 blah. She said that what she was wearing was inappropriate and left nothing to the imagination, and she was not happy about his interaction with this woman. So she kept on telling him how inappropriate the conversation was, especially just based off what she was wearing. And he told her, he goes, yo, like, she was not even remotely flirty at all. Like, she was literally just having a conversation, asking us about our trip. And he told the wife, like, hey, this happens all the time when I'm at the park with our son. Women and people come and talk to me, And so I guess they go back to their resort and they see the woman again. And the woman sees the husband, I don't know if it's like at dinner, and tells him hi or whatever, but he tries to keep the conversation very short because he understands it upset his wife or whatever. But his wife keeps bringing it up. So what the wife made him do was go on social media and pretty much ask the world, like, was I in the wrong for, talking to this woman? Was this blah, blah, blah?
She shouldn't have done that.
And the internet got back at her and said, you're slut shaming this woman for wearing a bikini on the beach, and was just having a cordial conversation with your husband. So it pretty much backfired on her. So my question for you guys is have you ever dealt in a situation with, you guys been on vacation? And I think it's happened maybe, I remember you guys telling me one time, I think, where Jess was at the bar, at the pool, drinking, and a gentleman came up. And tried to bring you a drink, buy you a drink. Was that what happened?
Oh, sorry, Kel. I'm like ruining. There's been several instances like that. However, I'm thinking of Jamaica when the poor innocent man and his son were talking to me, and yeah. Anyways.
Raging bull.
Yeah.
It came out the pool.
Yeah.
That I've been sweating and slaving over the kids. How many kids that I have in the pool with me? And you go up at the bar and you kicking it up there with your...
That's not why you were upset.
I can't remember who she was with, but...
I was with everybody.
I know, but
your kids.
I'm working.
I was with your kids too because they
working.
witnessed you
I
act
had
a
the
fool.
kids, or I had some of the kids with me in the water.
Right. I had got out the water appropriately, like I should have, because I can get out of the water. And guess that wasn't. Don't you get out the water, girl?
We'll agree to disagree. It wasn't about you getting out of the water, though.
I'm kidding.
I mean, it's about you smiling too much and laughing too much at the bar with somebody that's not me, right? And I'm out here working. I'm slaving in the pool, man. I'm teaching kids how to swim and all this kind of stuff. I didn't see it like that.
So innocent.
Maybe I had a few drinks too, but from my eyes, it didn't look like that. So, hey, you get what you get.
What you guys don't know about him is he's pretty possessive, and it's pretty low key, but it's high key.
True, but untrue.
I know.
What do you guys think? Because with this, that's funny. Because with this situation with this man and his wife's argument is that she thinks it's inappropriate that a woman dressed in a bikini, whatever kind of bikini or bathing suit it is, it's inappropriate for her to be talking to a married man dressed like that. Do you think that's too much, or what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to try to break this all down. First of all, did this ogre come from under a rock? Because she has to be one.
The wife.
To be that,
ogre, right?
Yeah. To be that insecure, right? Insecure much? Like, it's screaming insecurity. Like, I could see, me personally, I might be like, but then I know my husband and he's with his son and she's talking like, I think she's more bothered by not being able to be this woman, right? Or like I said, she's probably not happy with the way she is at the moment or ever in life and is sitting there bitter. That sounds like a bitter, envious woman. Get a grip. Get over it. It's a fucking bikini. We were born fucking naked. We're supposed to be naked, to be honest with you. So don't even go there. Bitch, get a life. I don't like that type of shit because it sends the wrong signal to girls. It sends the wrong signal to women that are proud of their bodies. No. Get over it. Get yourself a bikini. Get out of whatever the fucking brainwashing you've been accustomed to. Get over it. Because I guarantee your son is going to marry a girl that wears a bikini. So what you going to do about it? So
How should the dad feel? Should he feel like, should he laugh this off, or should he just be like,
he probably feels like he's probably like, what the fuck?
He probably should check her. I think this is a situation where he needs to check her, let her know, and not pacify, because that's what we do sometimes in a situation like that. And maybe your girl is insecure, maybe a little bit, and you pacify this and you kind of be like, no, it wasn't like that. And you kind of go into this soft kind of explaining mode. But I think this is a situation where you just make it clear and you can check her in a business email type of situation and just be like, hey, chill. I'm out there with the kid. I'm chilling. This lady came up to me and I'm just being basic, friendly.
You're not doing anything wrong.
A casual conversation. Right. So, yeah.
Because she has a bikini on, that takes it to the next level.
Right.
She's trying to approach you.
She looked good.
She's trying to take you from, I don't, that's like logic of like a 20-year-old.
Right. But.
Or a 30-year-old.
Can I put a but on there though? Like a but? Men and women are,
oh my God,
disrespectful. I mean, if I'm playing a devil's advocate, right? You talked about my situation. Men in most situations don't care if you're married or if you have a situation, if you're with your kid or not. It doesn't really matter. Some women are that way too, especially on vacations and Stella got her groove back and all these types of energies that's going on, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there. But in this situation, it sounds like to me that the wife went a bit overboard and is tripping a little bit.
I think so.
Do you guys also think too, like, maybe she should study her surroundings better?
As in?
Motherfucker, you're in Miami.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Ocean Drive one time if you've never been. Okay? There's a lot of bikinis. A lot of Latinas.
So weird.
A lot of BBLs. It's Miami. Know where you're at.
Yeah. And that's probably exactly
That's
probably what walked up to him too. And she's sitting back there and she's like,
right.
Quick check of herself and like, oh, hell no, that ain't gonna fly. She's just mad. That sounds like just an angry, that's
a hater move.
A hater response. Like, stop. And stop shaming that woman in that way for wearing a bikini. Now, was it a bikini where her whole ass was hanging out?
Does it matter? I don't think it matters. They're at the beach. And you can wear what you want.
It doesn't matter, but that's where my grooming comes in.
Yeah, no.
When you have when you have a thong on and you're walking up to a man and his son with your thong on, and it depends on the angle of which you're standing.
So you got to be perpendicular?
What angle did you, were you like to the side, like, so hey,
you got to be at an obtuse angle in order for it to work?
You've got to be at a respectful angle. No, but see, even me, I have been groomed that way as well. I'm just now like, fuck that. I don't have time for that shit.
Right. And we got to ungroom. And we're here to teach and to make people aware that.
Oh yeah, okay. we've been groomed. Okay we've all been groomed. We're silly. That's why we're so unhappy, because we're so busy trying to fit into what other people say or like what we have been brainwashed through a whole, but yeah, anyways, that's why we're so unhappy. Let this woman live in her bikini. Let her live. Let all women live in their bikinis.
It's my thing too, Jess, is like, if you've ever been to a beach in a foreign country, like, if you think that's bad, like the bikini, like there's beaches in Spain, South America, Greece, all over the world where like there's people out there just butt ass naked.
Right.
All over. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you are upset about a woman in a bikini coming and approaching your dude and just having a casual conversation of like, oh, hey, how's your trip? Blah, 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 blah. Like, don't travel.
Right.
Don't travel to other beaches around the world because you're going to have a panic attack. And then my other thing is I think we've talked about this before, but Jess, it's like, why are women, not all women, obviously, but why do a lot of women feel threatened by other women?
Because.
But on the simplest level, though. You know what I'm saying?
Grooming.
Like with this, like he's but he's clearly there with his family. Like I'm clearly here. I'm sitting here with my kid. Like I'm clearly here with my kid. You're clearly 15 feet away, right? Like why? I don't know. Like you guys are.
It's a lot of it is insecurity, and it's because of it. It just is. A lot of it is insecurity, and that's why we react like that. And we're not happy with our situation, so it's like, how fucking dare you be all happy in your situation? Look at me. Look at you. But what was the conversation about? That's what I want to know. You know so why did she approach him in the first place? Because, okay, like you said, devil's advocate, why did she go over there? Was she like, oh, he's cute, his son, let me feel him out?
Or maybe
it still doesn't mean that you shame her for wearing a bikini. However,
I found it, Jess. I found it. He goes, she was asking me about my son's name, how old he is, and where we are from, etc. I was also polite and had a brief conversation with her. We talked about where we're from and how long we're in Miami for, etc.
Right.
My son finally had enough and he wanted to go back. So I said bye and went back and sat next to my wife. He goes, the conversation lasted less than 10 minutes.
Whoa.
And then he goes, the husband emphasized that he wasn't paying attention to what the woman was wearing. However, the wife says the woman was wearing a completely inappropriate over-the-top bikini that left nothing to the imagination.
All right.
Oh, see, this changes things. I'm going to have to backtrack, eat my words, whatever. Like I said, we've all been groomed. Okay, so if this woman is coming up, because this is a lengthy conversation, this goes beyond the simple, because I could see it. His son is probably very cute. And she comes up and is like, oh, how old is your son? But also, like you said, women is slick. So she could have been like, they're both cute. How old is your son? And again, if she's walking up and she has one of those bikinis on where it is like your nude. You have your nipples are barely covered and your entire ass is out. I know. I want to be like,
It's okay.
But you're speaking
Especially
to
in Miami.
But right, like you said, and it ties in know your surroundings, but let's just say you don't know your surroundings. And this woman in this tiny little bikini, non-existent bikini, comes up and is talking to your son.
Right.
And your husband. Now, see, Kel, did you leave that part out? Because a 10-minute
combo.
Well, that's a lot for me to process. You read an entire story and then was like, thoughts. So I missed that part. A 10-minute conversation, that's 10 minutes too long. And what I would have done is I simply would have walked up.
By the way.
The fact
could
that
be 3,
he used
could
10,
be 9.
less than 10 minutes,
7,
it should have
could have been 5.
If he would have said the conversation was less than 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes, but a 10-minute conversation, go ahead and sit down and join him,
right?
Type thing. And I would have simply got up and been like, hey, what's up? And so you're bad. Now let me turn it back on her. You're bad, ma'am, for sitting back there and watching a 10-minute fucking conversation and not going up and just being like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm so-and-so's wife, so-and-so's mom, blah. That's what you do to break shit up without looking like a full fucking hater.
Right.
And the bikini, maybe it wasn't your average bikini. Damn it, I just really just shit on everything I said before.
Why you hate
but
the bikini?
Marcus.
What?
Now, if I walked up in a bikini like that to a man and his son and decided to hold court, you would have a problem. I don't think you would be like...
You don't hold court, though, and that's what I was going to say. There is a difference between casual, your son is cute, I mean, where you guys from? Court. Okay, cool.
In a tiny bikini.
You guys are on vacation. It's not so much about the bikini.
Now.
Again, you gotta know the game though. She could have walked up in a sweatsuit, and if she's there for too long, it's still
You're
out
right,
of pocket,
but the bikini adds a little bit of salt to the wound.
That's a woman thing.
Again,
right?
Especially if homegirl is possibly came from under a rock. I mean,
that doesn't matter.
The fact that they're having a relaxing vacation in Miami, that first sentence that you said, I was like, I don't know if those two things go together. A relaxing vacation in Miami.
I think so it depends
Miami
on where
Beach.
you at. It depends on where you at though. But the thing is,
a family
the guy needs to have the internal clock in his head as well, right?
You guys don't have that.
Well, you got to.
He was.
You got to know. You got to know your teammates, and you got to know the person that's with you, right? Okay, I've been sitting here. I could feel the eyes burning me up in the back of my head, right? I gotta play this kind of smooth, right? And all right, I'm gonna take my son. I'm gonna do this, and 10 minutes too long. Again, if the shoe was flipped, right, and he's sitting back there and the wife is out there kind of just hanging out and the dude is in her face for 10 minutes.
Woo!
He probably wouldn't like that.
What about
right?
that dude is in your face with a Speedo on?
Right. And again, it's
with
not
a giant package.
It's not about the Speedo. It's about the time. People wear Speedos to the beach, though. And you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not so much about the attire. It's the time that is spent.
Right. But I still stand by the shaming of women wearing bikinis and stuff like that. And they should be covered up and shit.
She's in Miami.
Let her live.
And she know what she got. So I think she's playing the game and she's
But you
fishing.
don't live by my dude.
She is fishing either to see what he's on and maybe to set him up later for something because women are scandalous. So you never really
How do you know women are scandalous?
Women
when
are
have you dealt with a scandalous
woman? You never know. And maybe I haven't dealt with a scandalous woman per se, but I know stories. I've heard stories. I got friends and they've been through things, right? And some women ain't shit, right? There's a lot of guys that ain't shit, but it happens.
But let's be real here, y'all. They're on a family vacation. Does this, and which by the way, Jess, a lot of people on the East Coast, that's where they go to vacation, is they go to Miami. So if you live in like New York or like the tri-state area, they go on vacation in Miami. Like on the West Coast,
all right.
When we vacation here, we go like to Cabo or go like to San Diego. That's right, what they do on the East Coast.
They take a relaxing vacation to Miami.
That's what they do. But my thing is this though, is what does this woman think? Like this woman's about to come and steal her family?
Yes.
Like let's be realistic here. Really?
But that's what I'm saying. There's possibly a little insecurity, we don't know the background with her and her husband. He could have been a little mesmerized and hypnotized and, enjoyed that 10-minute conversation.
Miami.
10 minutes. She must have had a lot to say. Like she must have had a lot to say. Where's your husband at?
But is that when you trust your partner? Because at the end of the day, they're coming home to you and they're going to bed with you?
Yes. I don't even know if it's about, she might trust him. She might not trust him. But I think it's like Marcus said, it is about the time that was spent. That would make me uncomfortable. And for her to say it was an inappropriate conversation, I would say the same thing.
No, inappropriate
you don't
outfit.
Sit there. Oh, I thought you said the conversation was inappropriate.
She said both, though. She said
was
the
it both?
outfit.
Let me look.
The conversation is inappropriate when it goes past.
But she was focused on the outfit because it went a little long. If it was probably quick, if it was 1 or 2 minutes,
that's what I'm saying.
It probably would have laughed it off, but she spent some good time. She dug her claws in.
A person that is, and everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong. The girl, the husband, and the wife. The husband should have been like, here's my wife back here. Let me introduce you to my wife. Mm-hmm. You're holding court. Let me introduce you to my wife. Here's my wife back there. Or the woman should have been like, is that your wife? Acknowledge, say hi, your son is so cute.
The game.
Blah, blah, blah. So now I'm mad at everybody.
Girl. She's in the wrong.
I'm mad at everybody. Everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong.
But I wanted to make a comment. So from Kel's logic, if you trust your partner, there's no conversation that's too long then. If you're going home at the end of the night. I know, but
it's a courtesy.
It should be, but some couples are different and they are that lax to where, it really doesn't matter. People come up to my wife all the time. People come up to my husband all the time. I get it. But there is people that kind of live like that.
Which is fine.
That's
but
fine,
there should have been some type of acknowledgement at some point.
But if he knows his spouse too, and I could imagine this ain't the first time that she's been upset about something of this nature. You got to know. Maybe
not. It's not very often. I don't know that you're at the beach and a woman, and we don't even know what kind of bikini this woman had on.
Had to be a good one.
Oh man.
For the wife.
And for this woman, it's probably normal for her to dress like she's dressing like this because this is what she likes. This is her preference,
and
right?
She's from Miami. Yeah.
But I don't know if it's
frequents the beach.
Right. I don't know if it's every day that a woman comes with
in Miami,
her full
you might
in Miami,
that.
but they're clearly not from Miami.
That's
and
their fault.
To stand there and to hold court,
do what the locals
in that bathing suit,
figure it out.
I would have walked up and been like, "Oh, girl, where'd you get that bathing suit from?"
It's just wild to me, like as adults, just interacting with someone with the opposite sex, people immediately think like, "Oh my God, they're trying to fuck you," and it's like, no, I'm like, you're just talking to the person,
Actually.
like, which is wild to me. Like, you can't have a conversation with somebody, you can't have a conversation with a stranger without somebody assuming, oh, there has to be some kind of motive. Like, that's a weird way to live.
We're just not trusting. This is again.
I don't trust dudes though. You shouldn't trust dudes.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you're talking to this man right here.
I don't. And you could point your finger, and you could do whatever. But
let me get my chain.
I'm a dude. I get
my handcuffs.
I understand. At one point, I was not to be trusted. Right? Dudes don't care in some situations, and I want to be a equal opportunist. Women don't care either in some situations, right? So you just kind of got to be mindful, and you got to know your spouse, you got to know your teammate, and you got to move accordingly if you want to respect properly. But just like you said, you wouldn't like it if it was if I was in that situation, you would have walked up, you would have did this.
I know what to do, though. I know exactly what to do.
And I don't want to have to come up. I want my spouse or my person to be able to gauge that. I shouldn't have to come up. And that's how it should be, Kale. You're talking about people being overly sensitive to the opposite sex. You don't have to if your person is cool with it and they take care of business. Okay, this conversation is going too long. I'm going to remove myself from the situation. But if that's not happening,
right, they're all wrong. He's wrong,
or they're a little too smiley and
wrong,
a little too
and
chatty.
The wife is wrong for
spending too much time, and you pointing your finger at me. Then you have to walk up, and then you have to get at your person and let them know that's not cool.
Right.
You know what I used to do, which helped me gauge situations like that, back when I was like dating and stuff, was like, let's say I was out, so we'd be out somewhere, and let's say I go to the bathroom and I come back and some dude is pulled up on my chick or whatever and is talking to my girl. What I do, I stand in the cut, and I stand in a way so girl, she sees me, but he don't. And I sit there and I watch. I sit there and I go, I want to see how she handles this situation because she knows I'm standing right here. That's the test, right? Mm-hmm. And then depending on how she handles herself in that situation, she's a good one or not. Because there's been plenty of times where I've had dudes walk up on my chick, and I'm standing there and I'm just looking, and my girl sit there and she'll point and be like, pretty much like him right there. And then dude look over and I wave like, hey friend, you know what I'm saying? And then, and they walk away and they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of having to like intervene and be all like, hey, what you doing up on my girl? What you did? Man, F all that, man. I want to see how she plays this situation, because depending on how she acts.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
Depending on how she acts.
Everybody should know how to conduct.
Yeah, depending on how she acts accordingly, that's how we find out if she stays around or not. Period.
Right. Or even how serious you are sometimes, or in the past. I mean, if that's going on, and if she wants to entertain and we're not like that, right? Or I mean, it's up to her, right?
Yeah.
If somebody's in your ear and you choose to entertain and you do that, then you know what time it is, right? And you move on, and you go talk to somebody else. Hey, you got to find your own ride home, though.
That's it.
You got to figure things out, but
that's it.
That's just a part of the game, right?
Yes. You have to know how to conduct yourself. And I have been in I have been in situations like that. And I'm like, my husband is back there, or, I'm married, or, well, never mind. Cause never mind. He was literally trying to holler at me. Just kidding. But I have been in situations where I've been like, my husband is back there, and he did not care.
Back to my point.
And he wasn't even paying attention. I'm desperate. I'm like, my husband, he's over there, and Marcus is over there having a good time and the guy's like, that's okay. He was like, I will take care of you. And I'm like,
right. But that's
we got to go. Though. I got to go. Excuse me, sir, because you cannot take care of me. Thank you. And I'm married. How disrespectful of you.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is like, it all depends on how you move, and Marcus, you understand the game and how it used to be and how it goes. It's, she chose up. You chose up. Right. All right, cool. I'm going to keep it moving. Like I said, you go get your own Uber home.
You guys' little egos are hurt.
No, it's not at all. It's just like, no, you chose up. Part of the game. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cry and try to fight to win you back. You've clearly made up your mind. Charge to the game. There's millions of women out here in the world. I don't need to be running behind you. And like I say all the time, these hoes is for everybody.
Right. And if you're going to be mad at somebody or you're going to be upset.
Wrong attitude.
If you're going to be mad or be upset with somebody that you call your girl or you call somebody that you're dating, you be mad at the girl. The dudes are only doing what
they do.
Trifling dudes are going to do. Yep. And they shooting their shot, right?
You're right. I place a little bit of blame on everybody in that situation. Shame on the dude for sitting there and having a less than 10 minute, 9 minutes and 35 fucking seconds. And the fact that he's even clocking, it was less than 10 minutes. Guilty. Shame on her for walking up and holding court with a son and the dude and not being like, hey, even if she was trying to holler, is your wife here? Like, just simple hints dropped.
Doesn't matter. Just like the dude said to you, I can still take care of you. It don't matter. You're playing that game. It does not matter if you're with somebody, and all you need is somebody to
shame engage, on him,
man, and look you in the eyes. You look at you in the eyes, if you got him.
I know it could have been the right one. The right one could have said, "I'll take care of you," and I would have been like, you know what? Let's get out of here.
True. I mean, it happens.
I'm kidding.
It happens every day, though. So it's a thing.
That's a red flag right there. You don't ever approach me like, don't ever get out of my face. Anyways, I'm not that. No, I'm not here for that. That kind of stuff doesn't move me.
Okay.
It doesn't move me.
All I'm saying is I don't care about your money.
Okay. Lost my whole train, but she's guilty. And then the wife, you're guilty for just sitting there. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? And like what was she doing? What you were doing? Yeah, this is a test. Okay, no, he's failing. Go and
she shouldn't have to
school
do that,
him, reprimand him, teach him.
Nah, she shouldn't have to jump up and be like, stop talking to this girl.
She doesn't have to jump up, but
there's grab him by his neck and pull him back.
I would have walked over and been like, hi, I'm Marcus's wife. Do you guys know each other?
Just make it uncomfortable for everybody. That's you, Jess.
I would have made it very uncomfortable, and they both would have had to be like, and I would have been like, you know what? It was really nice meeting you. Come on.
Right.
Little Marcus, big Marcus. Let's go.
Jesus.
We're done. We're done here.
But Jess, you're so petty. You're 5 hours later at dinner bringing it up. Yeah, like you and your new little friend.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, it would
for the next couple days.
No, for the next couple years, that would come up.
A lifetime.
Well,
right.
I need to remind you, a grown ass man, that's inappropriate. Right. So it's both. There's both sides.
Know your spouse.
Know your spouse. Stand with some of the stuff I said in the beginning, but then I also understand how it can be taken by his wife with this woman. It couldn't have just been any bikini. It had to have been something to make you uncomfortable.
Jess, you feel like all parties are in the wrong, right?
Yes.
Marcus,
do you feel like all parties are in the wrong? I feel like you're kind of on the fence. Yeah, no, maybe so.
I'm on the fence a little bit. I would say to the gentleman or to the dad in the situation, check your internal stopwatch. I mean, and know where you're at. Be smooth in the situation. It's okay to speak to a nice looking lady if she speaks to you, but keep it short, right? Don't overdo it. Don't get greedy. Don't overindulge, right? Keep it smooth and get back to the fam, man. Just take what you got, man. Don't try to overdo it. And then the wife,
what did they talk about?
I don't
go
know.
Be with her then.
The wife and her
Jessica.
issues is probably with herself, is internal, but don't slut shame or bikini shame this lady for looking good in her bikini. It's Miami. What do you expect?
It's not about looking good in the bikini. It's about standing there holding court in that bikini.
But that's the dude's fault. That's the dude's fault. It's not her job to respect the relationship. She's an outsider. It's the dude's job to respect the relationship and pull himself away from that. She's somebody that has no attachment to anybody. Should she respect it? Yeah, but she doesn't have to. She doesn't know anybody.
Oh, don't do that. Don't make her say women know things and then say she doesn't know. She probably could assume.
She does know. That's why she's doing what she's doing. And she doesn't care, but it's not her job to respect that
it is
union.
Human nature. It should be your job to
It's not, though.
It is. It's not your job to just shoot your shot either.
If you playing that
so
game,
it's not your job to respect, but it is your job to just come up and just outright no.
Well,
it's the guy's job that's married to.
I think it's maturity. I think it's
everybody
having all your fucking most of your marbles. It's like
it don't work like that.
I don't know. It kind of makes sense.
It doesn't work like that, and you know that.
I think that at the end of the day, this woman should actually be happy that the fact that there are women that actually still hit on her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real here. Like, if people find your person attractive, okay, great. But all they need to know how to do is how to control themselves and how to carry themselves in the proper manner because they're representing themselves and they're representing their relationship. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to sit here and get upset and be all insecure because some woman came up on the beach, had a conversation with you, had a conversation with your dude for a couple minutes or whatever, and then your dude comes back with your kid, and all of a sudden it's like it's a problem. It's like, get over it. You're letting this woman live rent free in your head, like, for real.
It's not the woman though, Kel. We said that it's the dude too. The dude sat there and let this woman take up. Let him rent. Let her become a tenant. Yeah. She sat there and he sat there and let that happen.
Count it down.
He took her application and 10, was like, 9, you can live rent free.
8, 7,
I guess
6.
I mean, you guys got a point.
Then you're like, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. All right, I'm gonna get my son back. I think he's been in the sun for too long. Come up with something.
See, he knows because of the past. He knows exactly what he needs to do.
Be smooth.
Jesus.
Wrap that shit up.
All right. Well, I guess. Truly Unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platforms. Like and subscribe. And follow us on all things social at Truly Unruly _podcast. And if you want us to answer any of your relationship, marriage, dating, or any questions that you have for us, you can email us at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com. And of course, catch us every Sunday on Converge. Boom. All right. I feel like this will always be the never-ending debate. But
it will. There's,
Yeah. Here we are, right? Such is life. Till next time, y'all. Peace and much love.